Hi, this is Greg Hughes from 90-Second Website Builder, and in this edition of the Quick Start video series, I want to continue talking to you about how to put a YouTube video on your website. Now, we talked about it in the previous video, but we're going to continue on so I can show you some cool tricks. So what we're going to do is, in fact, I'm going to move the video up here so you can see it a little bit better. One of the great things about drag and drop software like this is you can move stuff around. So let's put it up here at the top of the page, where we can look at it a little bit better. You'll remember, just to review, we put a YouTube video here, and when we double click, we can of course put the address right here where it's supposed to be. Now, here I've got the wrong address. You'll remember in the last video, showed you how to put the correct address there. Okay, so there's the correct address for this video. Click OK, and when we click F5, we can preview our video. And there it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do. We're going to keep clicking F5 so we can see this previewed. And you're probably going to get tired of that song in the background, but bear with me. Okay, let me show you some things you can do. I'm going to double click, and we're going to look at the other properties here in the YouTube properties window. For starters, we can change the way this looks on the screen. We can change the theme from dark to light, and that just does this. You see the little transport down here changes to a light color. And you can do a custom version of that if you want to, or you could pick the colors you want. I'll pick, let's pick something really gaudy so you can see the difference here. Let's go with, I don't know, these really bright ones. Okay, so if I do that, you see I've changed the color of the control bar. You know, if you want to match the color of your website, that's kind of handy. You can also even change the color of the progress bar from red to white. And of course the progress bar is this bar. Let's go F5 and let the video play for a second here. The progress bar is this one down here. See how that's red? So we could change that to white. So, you know, it's not a big deal. It's kind of trivial in a way, but it's good to know that you have the ability to do that. All right, I'll set this back to just dark, kind of like dark. And you can even show a border, by the way. If you do want to show a border, you can decide the color of that border. Let's go back and do that. Let's pick another color. Let's go purple border and click OK. See, there's my border. So I know that looks ugly and gaudy, but you get the idea. If you want to match your website, you could do that. I usually just like to use these, not show a border, and leave it at that. But that's the least of what we can do. Now it starts to really get fun. Here's some other settings that you might want to consider when you're working with a YouTube video. Here we have the ability to loop the video. If I check this, then what will happen is when the video plays and reaches the end, it will loop back and begin again. So it just continuously plays the video. You may or may not want that. I don't in my case, so I'll uncheck that. You'll notice mine was auto starting. So what I can do is uncheck that so that when the page loads, the video doesn't automatically start. I'll show you what I mean. I hit F5 so the page can load. So the video is not starting until the user clicks on it like this and then starts the video. So you can control that. Turn that, close that, and clicking auto start makes the video automatically play when the page loads, obviously. You can also choose to play this video in high quality mode. This is a YouTube setting that you may consider or may not. Now, most people can handle this with their bandwidth these days, so it's probably not a bad idea. I'm going to click F5. You won't see a huge difference right now, but for some people there will be a big difference. And they're going to want to watch the video in high definition. Here, let me move it ahead so you can see.
Spades.
See, it's not a huge difference in my case here, and probably getting grainy because I'm making a video of a video. But you might want to check that. Just be mindful that some people will not be affected by that setting. The other one that's kind of important is to show related videos. Now I have it checked on, and when it's checked on, here's what happens with a YouTube video that has that option. I'm going to click F5 again, and we're going to let the video play a little bit. By showing related videos, what happens is at the end of the video, YouTube's going to display other related videos on this same topic for my viewer. So let me move this ahead. Move this way up here so we can.
The cards.
There we go. So we don't have to wait through the whole video.
That's now the spade.
I want you to see the end of the video. Here we go. So watch how the video ends.
The twisted aces.
So here's the end of my video, and now YouTube begins to show related videos. Now this is important for you to know because you may not want people to click away from your website at the end of a video, or you may want them to. If you want to give them that option, then here's about 9 other videos they could go to on the same topic. However, for certain marketing purposes, you wouldn't want people to click away from your website. So it might be important in your case to uncheck this box so that people don't leave your website. Kind of an important one to know about. This is also a great feature to allow your visitor to go full screen on a video. So if we click this button and then preview, it allows the visitor who's watching your video, if they want to click this button down here and fill their screen with your video, which a lot of people really like to do. So that's not a bad setting.
Here's 4 aces.
And then of course they can escape out of that on their keyboard. There's a few more. I'm going to close that preview. Let's go back into our YouTube properties. We can also hide the player controls. This is a nice feature. Let's do that. In fact, I'm going to show you what that looks like. That's worth doing. You'll notice when I click F5 and the video plays, you can see the control features down here. But when I move my mouse out of the video, those go away, which is pretty neat because what happens is it gives you a real clean view of the video without anything interrupting you. Let me stop that video because that's getting noisy. It gives you a really clean view of the video because it takes these control bars off when the mouse is outside of the video area. That's also a good feature to use. Let's go back and look at the next one. You can use a modest branding. In other words, take the YouTube logo off. That's obvious. I won't show you that one necessarily. You can figure that out. And also, this is really important. I would always check this box. This allows the user to watch the YouTube video by either using the flash that's built into their computer or with HTML5. Now, most desktop users are going to have flash, but people on, say, an iPad or an iPhone do not have flash. And so allowing this video to play through a format called HTML5 would allow them to see the video. So this is a great feature. This is new to version 8 in 90-second website builder and just gives you a bigger audience. That means more people can watch your video on more devices. So I like to keep that one checked. So you can decide here how you want your video to play and play with all these and test them. And as you can see, just going back and forth with the preview button, the F5 button, I can see how they look, and it's really easy and fast to change those settings. Let's look at one more really great trick, and it's called the Lightbox. Again, this is new to the YouTube tool in 90-second website builder. But if you click over here on the Lightbox tab, it gives you a way to display your video in a really interesting way. Well, normally when your video loads on your page, it just looks like this. It just shows either a black screen or whatever. And you can control the way this looks by putting an image there instead. Here's how it would work. So I double click, go to the Lightbox. I'm going to go find an image that I think I want to show there instead of the video image. I'm going to put an image that people can click on that will allow the play. So I'm going to click this button here, go find an image that I want to use. Let me see. I'm going to find one that kind of makes sense to video. Let me go find that real quick. Here we go. Here's one that I like. It looks like a little video board here. Okay, I'm going to click open. So I've found the video image I want to use, and I'm going to click this box. This is display content inside the Lightbox when this video is, or rather when this image is clicked on. Okay, so here's what that looks like. All right, so now my video is actually going to be seen when they click on the image that I put here. Let's click F5. But it's not just going to be viewed, it's going to be viewed in what's called a Lightbox. Here's what that looks like. So when somebody clicks on this, my video actually pops up, this nice pop-up Lightbox window, and my video plays. So this is a really great, stop that again. This is really a great way to play your videos that give your website some depth and dimension. It looks really professional, and it's really easy to do. And of course, you can use any image that you want. You can even have an image here that says, click here to play the video or whatever you want. So really simple to do. Let's close the preview, double click, and I did that again just by selecting an image and then telling it to display the content of the video. That means play the video when the image is clicked. Very easy to do. Okay, so hopefully you've got enough tricks and tips for using YouTube videos on your website. You can see it's fast, It's easy, and it's even kind of fun to put a video on your website with 90-second website builder.